Alright, the rule here, if the first needle fails, use the second. As it's injected, the Queen's consciousness fades. But she still wasn't speaking until the third needle came out, and then surprisingly, the Queen begged for mercy. She totally lost control now. Answering all the President's questions without a second thought, she spilled the beans on some crucial intel. The President didn't keep his promise to release the Queen. Instead, he ordered her to be buried alive, then proceeded to seize the bank at any cost while Agent Gallo flexed to power. Leveraging FBI resources, they prepared to seize back the New York bank as the FBI was sidelined. Director Gary urgently called Black's sister to relay the President's order. Sister Black realized that the Queen wouldn't give in, not even in death. She figured out that the Queen had a grip on two banks. She knew that the Queen just wouldn't compromise with the President, even if it meant death. The Queen sent the Secret Service to the NY Bank, so evidence must be in the other. Sister Black decided to check it immediately. She wasn't wrong. When the heavily armed Secret Service stormed into the bank, the robbers surrendered immediately. The mission went surprisingly smooth. Following the Queen's hints, they opened the vault, only to find it empty. Just then, Sister Black arrived at the other bank where the robbers were already waiting for. Their mission was to wait for her to retrieve the evidence before surrendering. Sister Black sneaked off with a USB to meet the director, containing the dirty dealings between the President and the Bullock family. Two on screen were left speechless, unable to believe these were the President's actions. She even claimed that once elected, the gold in the Federal Reserve would be easy pickings, and the director finally understood the reasoning behind the Queen's actions. Their actions were now directly opposing the President, so the director advised Sister Black to tread carefully. Just then, the President phoned her on a private number, asking straight what she got at the other bank. Sister Black knew she couldn't hide it, so she advised the President to resign, or she would leak the video to the media. They argued back and forth, and the President told her that the Queen was already dead. "If you want to be the next Queen, I can make it happen." Meanwhile, the Queen was already taken to the woods. The Secret Service threw the so-called evidence in front of her, but it was no use. Her orders were to make the Queen wait for death, and without wasting time, the Queen grabbed Gallo's shirt, while her left hand sneakily fished out a flashlight from Gallo's pocket. What a bummer! The Queen was stuffed into a wooden box. After the wooden lid was nailed shut, they buried her alive. As the box sank into the ground, the Queen's most shocking ending arrived. The President could hardly pull himself out of this mess. To facilitate transport, he had all 6,000 tons of Fed gold turned into buttons. Then, it was trucked away to some secret spot while a press conference was held, announcing that the main culprits had faced justice. This terror spree would end soon enough, but observant Sister Black noticed that since the Queen left the bunker, the control panel had gone dark. Her underlings must have known where she was, otherwise they wouldn't be as quiet as an ostrich. Sure enough, when the Queen pressed the button on her brooch, her long-awaited lackeys rushed to the scene. The buried Queen was back in the land of the living. Meanwhile, Sister Black remembered her husband's close collaboration with the Queen and hurried to the prison to ask about her next plan. But she had no idea that as she arrived, two inmates were reading, and one turned out to be her husband, Owen. When she spotted the other escapee in the photo, Sister Black froze in place. She immediately recognized him as the Queen's husband. Didn't he die ages ago? Sister Black suddenly had an epiphany. The Queen wasn't out to make the world a better place. Revenge was just a sideshow. Her real target was that stash of gold. At this moment, both the President and Doc got the message it was a challenge sent by the Queen. The President asked if she wanted to be the FBI director. Just catch the Queen, and it'll guarantee the good life. Luckily, Doc had kept a close eye on the Queen's kid, and now it was finally paying off. But when she rushed into the room, she actually found it filled with dummies. Could they simply vanish into thin air? Doc sensed something was off with the floor below her and quickly moved aside the rug. Before her was a tunnel entrance, but at that moment, the Queen had already made her getaway with the kid. Doc realized she was too late. Meanwhile, Sister Black rushed to the nearest port to search for clues. Since the gold was heavy, the best way to transport it was via shipping containers. Before long, they spotted a group of suspicious workers. Just as they hesitated, they received a call, informing them that there were only 3 guns inside, and that it wouldn't be a challenge for them. The Queen's husband had hijacked the gold truck heading to the meetup. With intel, they acted. In no time, they dealt with a bunch of baddies, and the police arrived on the scene in a hurry. At that point, the director called Sister Black to reveal that her husband, Owen, was actually an undercover CIA agent. Sister Black incredulously asked, "How did you know?" Gary replied that the director himself told him, aiming to avoid friendly fire. Sister Black sensed trouble after all. How could the Queen, with her brilliance, not know about the undercover agent? Now her husband must be in grave danger. Thus, she recalled the Queen mentioning that everything would return to where it began. It all traced back to the explosion at her wedding. Sister Black teamed up to rush to the nearest Russian church, and sure enough,